Welcome again. It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday night.
I believe.
All right. Welcome to the
HoldEm Podcast.
How was you guys this weekend, man?
It was busy, man. It was busy. I was all over the place.
You were, bro?
Yeah, I had to go visit some people out of state and felt good to be home, to be honest.
Do you enjoy it here in Cali compared to other states?
I don't know if I'm enjoying this heat today, man. Like it caught me off guard.
It felt muggy, dude.
No, not just that. Like I was in Oklahoma and it was humid, but this was just hot, and it's hot, man. And then I was hearing that somewhere in California it was like 130 degrees.
Nah.
Yeah, in Death Valley, and
That's
people were
melting zone, bro.
So people were actually going over there and like trying to see what it felt like to be in 130 degrees, which to me sounds really dumb,
a bad
man.
idea.
Like what if you faint? What if your car breaks down? Like I mean, 130 degrees is no joke.
Yeah.
They don't call it Death Valley for no reason.
Exactly.
You
Damn, bro.
So yeah,
130, I don't know.
that's rough.
I like mine at 180, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. No,
What are you cooking, man?
80, right?
Yeah.
What about you?
know? Oh man, I had a pretty easy weekend. I actually had the best tacos
Did
ever,
you?
bro. Yeah, some of the best tacos, bro. If any of you guys go to Bootleggers Brewery in Costa Mesa on the weekends, there's a place called Tacos Los Plebes where they make like the bombest tacos, and they also do catering for parties and stuff. So
Nice.
make sure you guys check that out.
I'm
And
on a special diet, bro. I'm a vegetarian. Do they make vegetarian tacos?
They do. They make specialty vegan tacos, and they have,
What?
Yeah, they have like different themes for their tacos. They have
Yeah.
like a tacos vampiro, you know.
Do
And
they
then-
have an Instagram? Los Plebes?
Yeah, tacos Los Plebes.
So make sure you guys check them out, Taco Los Plebes. If you guys want to get yourself some great tacos, I'm on that plant-based diet, so I'm happy. So
I
hit 'em up.
I don't know if they do vegan, but I know that they have vegetarian options.
Oh, there you go.
So veggies are good.
There we go.
All right.
Cheers.
That's good. Cheers,
Cheers to
guys.
that.
There you go,
Cheers.
man.
Cheers,
Fuck yeah.
cheers, salud.
All right. Whose beer we're drinking today? Bootleggers.
This is Bootleggers, yeah.
El Chango, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, I got pictures.
Bootleggers, man, supporting local breweries.
There you go. That's good stuff. Well, my weekend was kind of crazy. We do this podcast here on Tuesday nights, and then on Mondays I do another podcast. And I guess I got selected. They finally went through Chicano artists. They finally went through Chicano comedians. They went through athletes. So they finally got to the podcasters.
That's what's up.
So they hit me up, bro. I did an interview. Very solid interview. It's by the Chicano blog. It's going to be coming out next year. But one thing that kind of tripped me out, it was like a 2-hour interview. But one of the last questions was the children in cages, bro. And I'm going to be honest with you. It took me a good minute because I had to take a pause. It almost broke me down, you know, and I answered the question, but I felt, you know what, this week maybe we got to touch on that because I feel that a lot of people have forgotten about it, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you guys feel the same, that you guys would like to talk about something like that. It's kind of powerful, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I think it's powerful because you're having such a big impact on these young children's lives. So it's like they're coming with their families in hope for something better, and they're getting put in these horrible situations where it kind of makes them think like, well, maybe I should have just gone back to my country if they're going to hold me here and separate me from my family for 2 years in horrible living conditions.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. I feel like it's really like a fear tactic that's a lot of people in power try to use over minorities. And this is a worldwide thing that's been going on in history, even since from back in like World War II, you know what I mean? And I don't agree with it. I really don't support it at all. I do feel like a lot of people do kind of sweep it under the rug
right
now because it's been 2 years.
Yeah, since it started.
But I also feel that there's so much other shit that's been going on where it's like, dang, it's really making you realize, like, damn, one thing after another. It's like, man, it's
back to back.
Yeah, it's getting pretty
And
bad.
I think that it's not that there's so many things going on right now. I just think that we've swept so many things under the rug as a country,
right,
where it's starting to build up and everything is hitting the fan.
It's like a volcano, bro. It's all gonna explode.
Everything's hitting the fan,
right.
you know.
Yeah.
Everything coming from police brutality, like like the Black Lives Movement, you know, like immigration. Like there's so many things that have been swept under the rug that we've just been either ignoring or choosing to ignore because we're like, oh, it's not affecting me directly right now. You know, and it's gonna blow up, man. It's gonna blow up.
And it's crazy because it violates so much stuff, and it's okay. And this is where I trip out about it, because the more you start doing the research about things, it's who's policing the USA, bro? Because I'm pretty sure if we went to another country that was doing this thing, we would try to invade them. We would try to overtake the government that's doing that because it's wrong. Mm-hmm. Now, the law states that they got to hold you for 72 hours, charge you, or release you. Like we said, there's some families that have been separated for 2 years. Imagine your kid being separated from you for 2 years. Mm-hmm. And now, I heard something today that was ridiculous. Some of the people don't even know where they put the parents now.
Yeah.
So pretty much, like they completely lost everybody.
Yeah, didn't they lose like a whole bunch of people?
Yeah, they've lost several children. And then since these kids, one, there's the language barrier where they can't communicate with some of these officials. But two, they're so afraid to even tell them who their parents are because they're scared they're going to get punished for bringing them. So,
and let's get to that. Like you said, it's a tactic, right? It's a scare tactic. It's a tactic that the government is using. Because who does this? I call it like it's very much psychological warfare, bro. Because who is willing to have a family? You capture this family because they're illegally in this country, and you say, you know what, Mom, Dad, we're gonna put you here. We're gonna take your kids and put them in another state. Before we used to hold it in immigration. I guess what do they call it? Immigration stations. Mm-hmm. Now, because they were getting so much bad press, they put them on military bases that are no longer accessible to the public, so that you don't have media, you don't have attorneys being able to see them. Mm-hmm. So it's just who knows what's going on. Yeah. And you broke me down with what you said today too. Like that's really crazy, bro. What I heard.
And it's like, man, like okay, this is something that the U.S. loves to be the good guy in every other country. Right. Anytime there's any distress, any oppression going on in any other country, the U.S. is the first one to be like, oh, we're here to spread democracy. Oh, we're here to do this. Yeah. But like you're saying, who's policing the U.S. right now? Nobody. Who's going to come to us and tell us, hey, you're violating some basic human rights here, no matter what country you're in?
Dude, they're violating Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which states all human beings are born free and equal of dignity and rights, bro.
And when was that written?
That was back in the 60s, bro. Okay.
So, but you need to think like this whole psychological warfare, it really starts like if you go back to slavery and you think about, all the families that were taken from each other, stripped from their culture, from their heritage. It's not only a fear tactic, it's a way to keep people like in control control them. Yeah.
And you hit on something, bro. You're right.
Yeah.
We go way back there. Yeah. Because what they did is also back then, they brought the slaves from Africa, right? And what do? The kids send them somewhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They separate the families.
Remember, they were not even able to have wives or husbands.
Well, I mean, if they let's say if they were on a plantation, due to some circumstances, depending on the master that they had, some of them were able to get married within that plantation that they were on. But
but still, bro, like you said, bro, it goes way back, dude. This is now that you're bringing that up, that's even illuminating more into like this whole topic. Fuck yeah, you're right. They separated people, dude.
Yeah, bro. They separated people from.
I remember for me, I didn't realize it at such a young age, but I had a teacher in 3rd grade, and she was a great teacher. She was, I believe she was Japanese, right? But one day when we were learning about history, she started to cry in class, and she told us that she was actually living in a concentration camp during World War II here in the U.S. Back when the U.S. was so scared of the Japanese that they started to put them in the concentration camps. And she actually had a tattoo right here where they put her number, marked her and everything. And so it's like, the U.S. has done this before. You know, they've done this before, and that's a big issue that is not really brought up to light also.
That's true. A lot of people don't really talk about the concentration camps that the U.S. pretty much hosted.
Yeah.
On U.S. soil.
And I get it. It wasn't the Holocaust. You know, there's no comparison.
No. Yeah.
But still, we were on that same path.
Well, nobody talks about all those Native Americans that got killed.
Exactly.
And taking their land from, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's worse than, I mean, and I'm not saying the Holocaust wasn't bad, but nobody talks about that either.
There's a lot of stuff that has happened here on U.S. soil
that nobody
talks about.
Or
and
it gets swept under the rug, like you were talking about.
It gets swept under the rug. And that's why now you have all these movements with Native Americans, you know, Black Lives Matter,
Mm-hmm.
you know, all of the brown issues that are going on right now, all of everything that's going on right now that's been swept under the rug, and people are getting tired of being oppressed or seeing other people that they know get affected by it.
They're just seeing a lot of corruption too.
A lot, bro. There's a lot of corruption, bro.
You know.
And you know what's crazy is the Secretary of State that was testifying defending the cages, she resigned because Trump said that they weren't that he wanted somebody stronger on immigration than her. So what does he mean by stronger, bro? So it's not bad enough that you have families separated. It's not bad enough that you have kids in cages. It's not bad enough that there's been about 7 to 8 kids that have died under your watch, and nobody's holding you responsible. I mean, that should be what do they call it? One of those Venetian crimes. You know what I mean? And you should go to court for that.
Yeah, capital crime.
You should end up doing some time for that.
They should almost be charged like a war criminal.
A war criminal, you know what I mean? But nobody's saying anything about that, bro. Nobody, you know what I mean? But how is it that he wants somebody harder on immigration than that? And I guess, I don't know who the current secretary is, but I guess that person's going to be a lot stronger on immigration.
Another issue that's been going on with these detention centers has been, since the outbreak of COVID-19, they're trying to prevent the spread of it, but since these living conditions are so hard, they can't control it because they're not properly giving people the right bedding, the right separations, the right rooms, any of that stuff. So instead what they're doing is they're going into these facilities, if you could call it a facility just because it has a bathroom, but they're going into these places and just spraying it down with all these, you know, anti-chemical stuff that's supposed to kill viruses, but it's actually very harmful to the people there. So you have
so they're not taking the people out; they're just spraying.
They're sanitizing everything with very harsh chemicals that are actually causing damage to these people. They're having rashes. There's cases of kids that have constant nosebleeds now because of they're inhaling all these chemicals, and you know it's like we don't see it because they've moved them to military bases now.
Okay, you're saying they're getting nosebleeds right now, but imagine the permanent damage that they're doing, because right now they're getting nosebleeds, but imagine like the inhaling all those fumes
and stuff.
For sure somebody's gonna end up getting like some type of cancer or something from that, bro.
Of course.
So
or skin disease or something like that. Skin disease,
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Somebody's got to take responsibility for this, man. And I'm hoping with yesterday's I don't know if you guys watch Michelle Obama's speech. I mean, one thing that I got is empathy, bro. I think a lot of people are missing out on empathy, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If something happened to Forrest, I'll be very, very sad. You know what I mean? If something happened to UC, I'll be sad. If something happened to you, I'll be sad. You know what I mean? The reason why is because I have empathy, bro. I would pretty much give the back shirt, you know, my shirt off for somebody else. You know? Yeah. I'm thankful, like I told the people in the interview, that something's being done where people are liking what we do. You know, people are liking the podcast. Very thankful for this one, actually, that a lot of people are showing us a lot of love for this podcast too. So what we're trying to say is this: I appreciate everybody that watches. I know you guys appreciate everybody that watches.
We do appreciate you guys.
And
definitely.
It's crazy because how is it that we care, but the people that are in power don't care? You know what I mean?
Well, I think I know why. You know, like you said that, you know, if you said that something were to happen to me, you would feel bad because, you know, you have empathy and, you know, you have the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You know, I feel like a lot of people don't really have that ability. You know, for example, you look at someone like the president. You know, he grew up with money. He never really got told. He never really got disciplined growing up. if you look at old documentaries and you hear about people talk about him, even when he was in college, a lot of people don't know he didn't take his SATs. He had someone else take it for him to get into that school. So if you keep going through life, not getting disciplined and not getting in trouble and just keep getting away with everything, you're just going to keep doing it.
There's no consequences.
There's no consequences,
man.
You know what I mean? So, you know, because I used to be kind of closed-minded until I was able to travel and see different things and see different people and see how they live and see how different it was from my situation. And it kind of made me put myself in, it kind of checked me, really. Kind of gave me a reality check and made me realize that, you know, everything's not really what it seems. You know what I mean? And it's just better to kind of see things in perspective and put yourself in other people's shoes before you judge or just, you know.
Yeah. And also, too, I think a lot of these people that are in power, once they've gotten to that position, they forgot what they were fighting for originally. And it's more of just maintaining that power than actually the positive they were trying to do. Because there is a lot of people that get into politics trying to make a positive change.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about
true.
that, you know. But somewhere along the line, the way that maybe it's the way our government is structured, maybe the way our politics are structured, but something is going on where you can't get past a certain level if you show too much empathy, you know.
Well, I mean, I think there's got to be a change, bro. There's got to be a change. I think for the better of this country, for the better of one of the greatest countries in the world, you have to heal. You know what I mean? In order to heal, people have to change. And if we have to make a change where we change, and like I said, I'm not going to endorse anybody because, like I said, last week's show, you guys make your own decision on who you guys are voting for, but we have to show our voice. We have to go out there. We have to do what we have to do to put the right people that represent us and represent our ideals out there. Because we were talking about what? Jury duty. People are getting, our minorities are getting sentences that are way crazy because the jurors are not our peers, you know what I mean? And they're supposed to be our peers. So why is it that we can't get politicians that are our peers, you know what I mean? I know that Carl does not relate to myself, you know what I mean? So maybe we got to think about that, guys. We got to find out. I mean, I'm not running for politics. I said that on the documentary. I'm saying it right now on the podcast. I'm not going to run for politics. I don't really care about being a politician, but I do care about being an advocate. I do care about, you know, I am always going to share my opinion. And I think all of us are going to share it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I'm not afraid. I mean, if the government came at me that I'm going to lock you up if you keep on saying stuff like that, lock me up, bro. I'd rather you lock me up, but people find out the truth, than, you know what I'm saying, continue to have people with blinders out there feeling like there's no children in cages, there's no police brutality, there's no racism in America. I will always say there is, man, because there is. I felt it myself, and more than ever, I see it. So thank you, Donald Trump, for that one, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely, man. I mean, it's a tough position, and I think more than anything, the best message we could try to get across is look at all of the things we've brought to light during 2020. Let's not lose that momentum.
Oh, no,
you know,
bro, you can't.
We've made a lot of progress in bringing stuff into the main stage where now people are actually talking about it,
bro.
Where before they didn't want to talk about it. So let's not lose that momentum.
Yeah, I mean, when would you think you have that dialogue with somebody? Like when we say, hey, bro, let's talk about children in cages, or let's talk about police brutality. When in a dinner would you do that? Nah, I do it almost in every dinner that I have. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right, man. I mean, it's a good momentum. We gotta jump on it, and we gotta continue it. You know, I think we gotta continue the momentum, and we gotta push our agenda. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And let's push our agenda, and then let's also just come up with a plan, you know?
Yeah.
Just like, okay, if the problem with these facilities is funding, then let's talk about funding. Let's see where we're going to move some money around to get this to happen. Because if it was a road that wanted to be built by somebody specifically, I bet you they'll find that money somewhere.
What about if it was a wall?
If it was a wall, they'll start a GoFundMe.
Exactly, bro.
I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Things that people want to get done, get done.
They get done.
That's it. Plain and simple. So
man. I forgot to say something at the beginning of this episode, but I'm gonna say this, and we kind of hit a little bit on it, but I think all of us want to share the same message: is Thank you for watching us, guys. Thank you for giving us thumbs up. Now we want you guys to subscribe to the channel. Spread the word. Keep on spreading it. We are very happy with the numbers that we're seeing out there. So we know you guys are enjoying it. So please subscribe and please hit the like button. With that, let's keep it going, bro.
Let's keep it going.
So I already put my money in, bro. So
Put your money in? All right. I'm in. So what else we got?
Okay,
though?
what else we got, bro? We got some crazy stuff. We got some. Well, and it's that we're not leaving this kids in cages. You know, we want you guys to also put comments, and if you guys want us to get more deep into stuff, into the law, we will get into it. But we just want to make sure you guys hear us out. If we have to do more marches, we'll do more marches. The last one was July 15, 2020. But, I mean, I think we just keep on pushing and let's continue to do the good of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But with that said, let's jump into the football, bro. College football.
Let's talk about it. I don't want to
get into the other one. The other one will be the last one. But let's get into college football, bro.
College football, man.
The coach for Clemson says that he wants his players to play football because it saves them from the virus. If they play, they'll be good, bro. They'll be good. There will be no virus. It's kind of like he's doing it for them, and they're doing it for the virus. And
this reminds me of that priest that was healing COVID. Do you remember that?
No. I saw Pastor doing that, bro.
Yeah,
in Texas.
He was in one of those mega churches, and he was like, "I condemn you,
I
coronavirus.
You will be gone."
Yeah, I mean, like, how is the coach gonna make a comment like that? Let's be real.
Exactly. How is it that?
Okay. Well, all right.
Okay, go ahead, man. Okay, I already know you're gonna defend him, right?
I always got something to say.
I know somebody's a Clemson fan out here.
No. Okay. Excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off or anything.
No, go ahead, man.
But I feel like this is one of those situations where you're damned if you do or you're damned if you don't. So I could see his side, by saying, my players are gonna get COVID if they're not playing football because when you're a college athlete, and you're busy, you know what I mean? You're either studying, you're in the gym, you're on the field, you're in the court, and you're just working hard. You're watching film, you know what I'm saying? Or you're tutoring, you're doing stuff like that. And then, a lot of players, they don't have a lot of money too. So some of them even have jobs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I could see what he's saying because if you're not in the regimen of going to school, training every day, getting
the routine.
Yeah, the routine. And you're young, you got a lot of testosterone, you're a young guy, you're in the best shape of your life, you're going to go out, when you're young, you make dumb mistakes, bro. So, I mean, I feel like either way, if they're going to play, they're probably going to get COVID. And if they don't play, some of them might get COVID because they might go out and...
I think maybe he should have just explained that. Worded it a little different,
the context, he's probably out of context with what he said.
Or maybe he just said, you know what, we're gonna play because no matter what, it's gonna affect somebody, right?
Maybe.
You know what?
It's a high possibility that if a player gets it, he's gonna get over it, right? I mean, if you would have put it like that.
I mean, they are saying, that the death rates were not as high as they first anticipated, and there's all these numbers going around that we don't really know what is actually definitive of COVID numbers. But I will say this. Is this him saying that because he wants to get that money if they had a season, or is he worried about the actual health of the players and the students?
Well, that could be it. But, I mean, football is a sport that's like, it takes years, bro, to train for. No, you know what I mean? And it takes a lot of hard work. So he could be just saying, from his point of view, he could be saying, oh, man, we worked so hard for this. Just give us our season, not really thinking about everybody else.
So is he being selfish?
But look at it this way, man. There's coaches in college that get paid more than NFL coaches.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. So exactly. So it's like, okay, is it really his best interest of the players or his best interest?
His paycheck.
Okay. Because you've seen it in all the protests that have come up against COVID as well. It's people complaining not about their employees or any of that stuff. It's we want to open up our business again.
We want to open up the economy.
We want to open up the economy again. When you know what they mean. We want to open up our
pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
So
since you guys are bringing up the money, I saw a meme going around this week that states the amount of money they're saying some colleges will lose if they don't have a football season is showing that they're not even really colleges. They're more of a football program. and less of a classes or any side hustle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's to me that's blatantly obvious. You know, I feel like our education system is
colleges.
not.
You said the universities.
Our university system is not meant to be free. You know, that's something that's been people are debating back and forth for years.
Right.
You know, it's become a financial institution, almost like our prison systems, where all of these are just institutions where you're getting funneled either into college or into prison,
right,
or into the workforce. But either way, you're just contributing to the economy. Yeah. That's it. It's not necessarily like other countries that have free university, because they care about the education of the people in their country as opposed to just making $1 off of them.
So let's do this. And this one is a hot topic. So if you care, if you're saying it's about the season, it's about the money being lost, then let's spread the wealth. Let's get these players paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Because like you said, some of the players have jobs. You know what I mean? They have to have jobs. So instead of them having jobs, their job should be playing football, making your university's name.
It is a job.
I know it is a job, but I'm saying they're supposedly paying them by having a scholarship.
Yeah.
But the presidents and the universities are lining up their pockets with all this money, instead of like saying, you know what, let me take care of all our players. You know what I mean? Like, make sure they have some money. And
then the presidents and the coaches and the athletic directors, they don't have no risk of injury. So, you know, that's going to affect their career in the future as well.
Exactly.
I think the remember Michigan when Chris Webber and all were over there, the Fabulous Five, right?
Yeah,
they talked about this.
Yeah.
They said, look at how much money Nike made by Michigan wearing the way they used to dress. You know what I mean? They were the first ones to wear the baggy shorts in basketball. So we've been fighting since the 90s. Athletes getting
since
paid?
I can remember,
right?
Yeah, as long as I can remember.
But now they're talking about all this money. There's bigger money now.
Yeah.
So get them paid. Get the athletes paid, like you said, man. If coaches in the college level, the collegiate level, are getting paid more than NFL coaches, then that means there's a lot of wealth there. Share the wealth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm about that, man. I'm about people getting paid. You know, I'm not about let's keep it real. You're gonna have some players that are gonna be there for 2 years. Let's not focus on the academic. Let's focus on the football program. But at least they're getting paid. You know what I mean? You're setting them up for them to go to the NFL. Either that or get them a little bit of money. Cheddar.
Yeah, and the thing is too that you're giving these kids an actual opportunity where if they don't make it pro, they're not completely throwing away themselves into debt. Because they didn't get to work and they didn't go pro.
Right.
So you're making them bank on going pro when, statistically speaking, those odds are very slim.
And I feel like if NCAA, especially for college football, let's say if you're going to a school and they give you a scholarship and you get to choose your major, sometimes when you're a freshman or sophomore, you don't know what your major is when you go in. But I feel like if you don't know that's your major, I mean, you should just only take. They should have programs where you can only take certain classes that are going to help you get to, like, if you want to become a pro football player and that's all you know, there should be classes like science classes based on like physics or nutrition, nutrition, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Like, don't put me on a path to like what? Let's say a doctorate, right?
Yeah.
When I'm gonna be here either 3 to 4 years, just put me in a path that even if I wasn't to make the NFL, I could, go back and probably be a nutritionist,
kinesiology,
something like that.
And there's a few more options with that, but I still think it goes back to, like, let's make sure that these kids are getting paid because in any other business, okay, if they took that same template that they're using with these college athletes, there would be lawsuits left and right for unfair wages. It's almost like if you own a restaurant and you tell your sous chef, hey, I'm going to train you to become a professional chef, but I'm not going to pay you this whole time, and then you might not make it. I mean, like, there's laws against that.
Yeah.
So it's like if it doesn't work in any other stuff, why are they still trying to force this onto the athletes?
That's the NCAA, man. And one thing I heard before the COVID hit is it was a big debate that they were going to start trying to incorporate paying the athletes It wasn't gonna happen this year, but I think they were going the right way.
I think they approved it in the Pac-12.
They approved it, right?
In the Pac-12 only.
But I know that also the NCAA was starting to look at it. They were gonna try to like bring it in. And stuff.
They're working on it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, at least it was heading to the right path. But now with the pandemic hitting, even worse. Like you said, like what are these kids doing? They can't go to work.
Yeah.
They're just at the dorm.
Yeah.
They're going to school online.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get them paid, man. Get them paid. Let's move to the MLB now.
All right.
MLB. Remember last week we talked to you guys about the 2 players from the Cleveland Indians that were busted for going out. Well, we found out everything now. Last Friday they had a meeting for the Cleveland Indians, and we found out that these guys were in the Chicago series, so they went out clubbing. I do have their names. I'm not gonna give them out because I don't want to burn them out there. But Friday they did have a heated meeting, dude, where players were saying, you know what, man, these guys either need to get on the inactive roster or we're gonna opt out of the season, bro.
Yeah.
So, do you guys agree with that? Like, do you guys agree that if somebody's not really caring about the virus and you're playing in a team sport, that you should be put in the inactive roster due to the fact that you put in the whole team in danger?
Yeah. I agree with it 100%, man.
I agree too.
It's like, okay, if you're not taking care of yourself, then why am I going to put myself?
Yeah.
Like, then you go do your thing, but don't come close to me.
Right.
It's like those people that are not wearing a mask. It's like, okay, don't wear a mask, but don't come close to me.
Don't wear masks, right?
Well,
yeah.
I just want to make a comment on that. I was just want to say, I agree with everything he's saying, and it's another thing about being selfish and inconsiderate. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you have to consider your whole teammates. You're on a team for a reason.
You're in a team sport.
Yeah, it's a team sport.
You're not playing darts.
You're not playing darts, and like it's a team sport, man. Like this shows you whether these people are really teammates or they're just there.
They're there.
You know, because we've all played team sports, and that there's that community sense that's like, these are your boys, these are my friends, I would look out for them,
Yeah.
So why would I put people that I care about at risk?
Yep.
And it's selfish.
But Chicago is one hell of a place to party. If you guys ever get a chance to go,
man.
Chicago.
Come on, man.
I'll be honest, man.
Remember the Cleveland Indians? They sent them to us, dude.
No. I mean, Chicago is a great city, but still.
Everybody know you're talking about the party, huh?
Don't act like you didn't have a good time.
Yeah, it's a great city, but we gotta respect it right now, man. We gotta respect it. We gotta respect the team, okay? I know we're gonna talk about another thing. Tatis Jr. from the Padres, man. Okay. So I'm with it, man. I don't really care what he did. I guess he was being intentionally walked, bro. And I think, that's the fault of the other team. It was bases loaded. He was getting intentionally walked. On the fourth ball, he just rocketed, bro. He rocketed.
Knocked it out the park.
Knocked it off the park. He swung on it. It was a grand slam home run. Bro. People are mad about it. It was against the Rangers. The Padres beat the Rangers. They're already beating the Rangers, but I guess this added 4 more runs to that beating. How do you guys feel about that? People are saying it's Bush League. You know what I mean? It's a unwritten rule. Should he had done it or not? Would you have done it?
I probably wouldn't have done it, to be honest. But
Why,
because I kind of have mixed feelings about it. All right, let's say if we're already up, and I'm getting walks. I'm already up, and I'm already gonna get points off the walks, and then my coach tells me, "Hey, bro, just don't hit it." You know what I mean? Depending on the position I am on that team, if I'm a vet, I might hit it. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying you're gonna kick them while they're down?
No, it's not just that. It's just I would just play my role, bro, the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's because people see it as unethical, but then I saw a lot of players defending him and saying, "Hey, bro, you shouldn't apologize for what you did."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You play the game to win. You know what I mean? You play the game to get points. So I understand that too. So. I'm just...
Yeah, I get what Forrest is saying, man. Yeah. It's I have mixed feelings about it, but at the same time, I'm 100% for it, man. I hate when you're watching a game, and at the end of the game, they get all safe, and it's let's go toe-to-toe, man. This is what I love about
it's 60
boxing.
Games right now.
This is what I love about football, is when the teams actually say, fuck it, let's go toe-to-toe, So it's if you're going to play it safe and you're going to walk me, just so that you make one run instead of me it's a competition, man. It's the batter against the pitcher.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like instead of the pitcher allowing that to be one-on-one, he's passing him, and I'm against it. I understand it's an unwritten rule, and you know what? There's some unwritten rules that I still believe in. Like, if there starts to be a fight, everybody better clear out of the dugout. Like, that's an unwritten rule. Like those are rules that I'm 100% behind. But if you're gonna intentionally walk me because you're scared of me, then I'm a swing at it because I know you're scared of me.
Okay. But I think Forrest threw a curveball at us right now, and we didn't even catch it. I caught it right away. So he's saying maybe the coach told him to do it.
Maybe he did.
The coach probably told him, like, rip
maybe,
that thing out.
Or maybe the coach said not to do it.
Maybe the
and he
you're
did
saying
it
he
anyway.
just still did it.
Maybe
I don't know.
the player was frustrated and was like, "Yo, like I know I got this, and I'm being."
Bro, you
putting a
you
lid
got
on
this.
it. You
dude.
got
It's
this,
it's
you know?
a softie, dude. They're gonna. That's home run
like home run
bro.
derby, yeah.
Yeah, come on, dude. I got this. Yes, we know, bro. You're gonna rip
Yeah,
it.
I'm
You
for
know
it.
what? I'm not mad at him, bro.
I'm not mad.
I think people should understand, because pretty sure that when you start seeing somebody that's gonna intentionally be walked, second base, shortstop, they're probably talking to each other. They're not even paying attention anymore.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they're not.
Nobody's paying attention because they're like, oh, we're gonna give him the run. You know what I mean? And that's it.
So he caught him off guard.
Yeah, so he caught him off guard, bro. He ripped him a good one, dude. That's it. Big shout out to Tatis Jr. He's having a hell of a season, bro. That kid's a stud. The Padres have a good one in them. So, with that, I mean, I'm good with it, bro. I don't hate on it. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
rules are meant to be broken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he broke one of the rules. There you go. The last one, bro. I gotta give a shout out to my boy right here. NFL Seahawks, bro. What's going on, man? The bubble, bro. Sneaking in girls.
Okay, yeah,
and
so one of the Seahawks players, I'm not going to say any names.
no names, bro.
Because everybody already knows his name.
yeah. Just Google it. Just Google
Yeah,
it.
just Google it. But pretty much, he got caught trying to sneak a girl into one of the dorms
I thought
during the training camp.
Okay, did he sneak her in, or he got caught sneaking her in?
So I think he got caught after because
Yeah.
they saw it on the security cameras.
So he hit it.
So, well,
So he got it in. He got it in,
Okay,
man.
What I'm saying is,
Okay.
he got the reward, but he got cut. Right? You
oh
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
get what
Well,
I'm saying.
he tried to sneak her in with Seahawks gear. So he had her put on Seahawks gear and walk in, and I think like he walked in before her to kind of like check if coast was clear, and then he kind of called her in, and she walked in, and I don't know, but either way he got caught off the security cameras, and this dude's a rookie, bro. This is the restrictions are really bad, especially during COVID and all this. He's
Undrafted?
undrafted rookie.
Oh man,
Undrafted
so
Yo,
you
this
worry.
is just a wild card now. This is.
He's a wild card, bro.
I'm not gonna name any other players that are a liability, but if this guy's undrafted,
Yeah.
a rookie, and he's making decisions like this, it shows you what he's gonna be.
Yep.
You know?
All right.
He
People
might
like
be-
that make decisions like that.
Yeah.
They don't really last that long in a professional football league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless they play for a team like the Raiders. Where
Yeah.
they get
Like the
you better-
Raiders. I saw that coming.
Hater,
I
dog.
was just saying.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Raiders,
Haters get away with
He
anything, bro. Haters get away with everything.
Washington football team,
bro.
fan.
Hey, I'm a Laker fan, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a Laker fan.
all right.
Tonight.
No, but really, man, this guy, like, it's a dumb mistake. You know,
Right.
like, one, you're already like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know, like you should be playing by the rules right now.
Yep.
You know, we talk about rules meant to be broken. Not at this time, man. Like,
Oh, no,
don't be
bro.
dumb. Don't be dumb.
If I'm not in the team, if I'm not a veteran, dude, I'm not gonna bust that move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm not.
Know
I'm
your
not.
place, man. Know
Yeah,
your
no,
place.
But even if you were a veteran, you would know better.
Yeah.
Like if you were a veteran, you'd know better.
Okay, let me take you to a scene from. Did you guys watch Any Given Sunday?
Yeah. Good.
Remember
yeah.
that scene with what's his name, Lawrence Taylor at his house? Remember, with all those girls.
Yeah,
all the-
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he was a veteran, bro. I mean, they're not entitled to have fun like that. Would you be against a party like the way
No,
he showed?
But-
I wouldn't be against a party like that at that time.
At that time,
During
exactly,
COVID,
man.
it's-
no, I know.
This is-
Okay, you were talking about
There's
COVID.
no comparison,
Okay.
man. Yeah.
Okay.
This almost goes back to the stroker where you were saying like, oh
yeah, you had to bring him back up,
I had
bro.
to bring him back, man. But
The stroker, we love the stroker, man.
All right.
Well, how's the stroker doing, dude? He's probably doing
I
good.
don't
in
know.
business.
If you guys want to know about the stroker, go to episode 1. Check out the stroker.
Yeah, check out the stroker, man, for sure.
All right.
Anything else you guys want to say, man? Does C finally get social media or no?
No, I'm still not
Oh,
on social
goddamn,
media,
bro.
man.
Shit.
It's on my to-do list. Not at the top still.
But if you guys want to see what my face looks like under the mask, you can follow me at IN4CE.
Don't forget also, hit that subscribe button. Keep on watching the shows. Tell people about it. Tell your cousins. Tell your family members. We're all going to give them love. And for the top comments, we're going to actually bring them up. I feel like bringing them up next week. If anybody gives us any comments, any questions, we'll get that first thing next episode. And with that said, bro, deal us up, bro.
Yeah, let's do it.
Deal it up.
Everyone's in.
Everybody's in, yeah.
Still in?
Yeah, still in.
Alright. See the last one. Ooh. Alright.
I'm
on
gonna
you?
go all in, bro, again.
Man, you know,
Again?
all in
All
again.
in again, bro, all in.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. Let me see.
You gonna call it?
Yeah, show it.
Straight.
Alright then. Alright, that's it. Alright, that was good.